Okay, so today we are going to do our Out of the Burning Darkness quiz that's in the Google form. So, fifth grade, e learning day 13. Fourth grade, that is e learning day 16, I believe. So, yep, day 16. That's your quiz. So, I've opened up the quiz here and notice that I have the story opened up here. Well, maybe if it'll. There we go. Okay, because I'm going to need the story to answer some of my questions. So, which best describes a coal in America in the early 1900s? Rare, unpopular, important, clean. Okay, well, I hope you all know that clean is not clean. I mean, look at the people that work in the coal mines. It is definitely not clean. So I'm going to come over here to my story and I'm going to see what I can find. Um, Down here, transforming America. Coal is a rock like substance from the ground. It is a fossil fuel like oil and gas. When you burn coal, heat and energy are released. Coal was changing the lives of millions of Americans. Okay, so if it's changing lives, that means it is very, very important. So now we need some text evidence to support that it's important. So we're going to figure out which one of these it's going to be. Albert was growing up in a period of great technological change known as the Industrial Revolution. The coal was the power behind it. But America's love of coal had a dark side. Using coal creates pollution, poisoning rivers, and filling the air with toxins. Day after day, miners blasted through rock with dynamite. They cut out the coal with heavy tools, their backs aching. By the end of the 19th century, a stomach churning brew of soot and grime hung over many American cities. Okay, so the only one here that tells me about how important coal was is this one where it talks about the change and coal being the power behind it. That tells me how important it is. Okay, so let's go down to number 3. Number 3 says, according to the article, what are two dangers of working in a coal mine? Mules and darkness, explosions and fires, crowds and cave ins, gases and boredom. Okay, so there was, I think, up here, dangers at the Cherry Mine, as in any coal mine, were everywhere. Cave ins were constant threats. So were the underground gases that could kill a person in minutes. Perhaps most terrifying of all was the risk of explosions and fires. I'm going to come back here. Explosions and fires. Now, children like Albert worked in the mines so they could lead mules that pulled carts, have an exciting job, learn important skills, or help support their families. So I need to this paragraph really the next paragraph down. Albert probably didn't spend much time thinking about the many ways a coal miner could be killed. Instead, he probably focused on the pay, which was higher than he would have earned working on a farm or in a factory. Okay. So he's doing it to help support his family. He needs that pay. The author writes, as the inferno blazed hotter, people were starting to panic. What does the word inferno mean? Okay, so I don't know if you remember, but we did this on our vocabulary. So it says a deadly gas, a very large and dangerous fire, a long and dark tunnel, a cart full of hay. So inferno blazed hotter. It's talking about the fire. Okay. Number 6 says, what is Out of the Burning Darkness mainly about? So, this is the main idea. We did lots of main ideas yesterday, so we can figure this out. A coal mine fire that led to new laws to protect workers and children. Why we still use coal as an energy source today. How fossil fuels formed underground. How coal mining used to be lonely and boring job. Okay, so I want you to think about the end of the story, okay? We don't use coal as much today. It doesn't talk about that. It talks about how coal we used in the past. Um, But what is it mostly about? It's about the fire, okay, and the new laws that came from that fire. Now, 7 says, how does the picture on pages 4 to 5 show you details you read about in the article? So, that picture is this one, okay? Um, and so, this picture shows me what I read about in the story, okay? It shows me a boy, most likely someone like Albert, shows me how deep it was or how bright the fire was burning, okay? Shows me how dirty he got. Um, that lamp burning bright, that's what caused the fire. Um, it also shows how dark it can be down here. So I'm going to write some of that down. I'm going to say the picture shows me what I would see in a coal mine. It shows a boy, much like Albert, who is dirty from working in the mine. Okay. I want to also put something about like it shows how dark a mine can be and the light that could be the fire or a lamp that caused the fire. Okay. So down here, number 8, what are some positive results of the cherry mine fire? Use details from the story to support your answer. So we need to restate our question. So some positive results of the cherry mine fire. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy this and I'm just going to paste it right here. And I'm going to capitalize this because we have to capitalize our sentence. Some positive results of the cherry mine fire are, and I'm going to come back here and I'm going to look at the very, very bottom. Okay, it's down here. New laws. Today, this disaster has largely been forgotten, yet it helped bring important change. After the fire, the public was outraged. People rallied to help survivors and families of the victims. A massive investigation was also launched, and Albert himself testified. The mine company was fined for illegally employing underage kids. Over the next few years, new safety rules were created. The changes helped lead some of the laws we have today that protect workers. So, some positive results are new laws that protect workers. Okay. I know this because the text says, okay, so now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to copy this, copy, and bring it over here and paste it. Okay, make sure we have quotation marks around it because it is a direct quote from the text. Okay, and then make sure to click submit so that I get your answers.